Imagine a world where a home isn't just a residence, but a fortress of wealth, where chandeliers sparkle with diamonds, where marble halls stretch for acres, and where private zoos and golden fleets of cars are just everyday luxuries. This isn't fantasy, it's the reality of one of the wealthiest and most influential royals alive today, Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. His billion-dollar palace isn't merely about comfort, it's about power, legacy, and a symbol of modern monarchy. Unlike the skyscraper penthouses of Manhattan or the historic castles of Europe, this mansion stands as a hybrid of tradition and futuristic grandeur. In today's video, we're pulling back the gold-lined curtains to explore the world's most expensive private residence, Prince Salman's $1.5 billion mansion in France. From secretive palaces to luxury collections, private armies to philanthropic legacies, you're about to step into a lifestyle few can even imagine. But before we dive into the Golden Gates, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to Mr. Rich, and turn on notifications. Trust me, you don't want to miss these rare glimpses into the hidden empires of the world's richest. Because this isn't just real estate, it's royal dominance carved in stone. The story of Prince Mohammed bin Salman isn't just about being born into wealth, it's about inheriting centuries of authority. The Saudi royal family, tracing its roots back to the 18th century, has long controlled not only vast lands, but also the single most valuable resource in modern history: oil. From childhood, Salman wasn't just groomed as a royal heir. He was molded into a modern ruler, studying governance, economics, and the mechanics of global power. Unlike Western princes limited to ceremonial roles, he grew up immersed in decision-making that shaped not just Saudi Arabia, but the global energy market. This blend of tradition and modernity defines his identity. He carries the weight of history while commanding one of the most powerful kingdoms in today's world. His fortune isn't just inherited, it's strategically expanded, positioning him not only as a leader, but as a global force. When it comes to private collections, Crown Prince Salman has few equals. His car collection alone is worth hundreds of millions. We're talking about Bugatti Veyrons, Lamborghini Aventadors, Rolls-Royce Phantoms, Ferrari LaFerraris, and even custom-made golden supercars. Each machine is not just transportation, it's a work of art, representing engineering perfection and exclusivity. But that's just the garage. In the skies, the prince commands private jets that rival royal palaces. His customized Boeing 747 features gold-trimmed interiors, private bedrooms, lounges, and even spa facilities. To him, flying across continents isn't luxury, it's routine, and it happens in surroundings more extravagant than five-star hotels. And then comes the rarest indulgence: art. Prince Salman famously purchased Leonardo da Vinci's Salvator Mundi for over $450 million, making it the most expensive painting ever sold. Hanging in his collection, it symbolizes not only immense wealth, but also the ability to own pieces of history that museums can only dream of displaying. His private menagerie includes Arabian horses, exotic falcons, and rare animals, symbols of royal heritage and strength in Middle Eastern culture. Every possession isn't just about luxury, it's about making a statement. I can own what the world can only admire from afar. At the heart of his empire lies the Chateau Louis XIV in France, a modern masterpiece often dubbed the most expensive home in the world. Purchased for nearly $300 million alone, this isn't just a house, it's a palace reborn for the 21st century. Spanning over 50,000 square feet, it's adorned with marble sourced from Italy, crystal chandeliers from France, and ceilings hand-painted in Renaissance style. Hidden beneath its classical facade lies cutting-edge technology: an underwater ballroom, a cinema, climate-controlled wine cellars, and fountains that can be synced to music. Across Saudi Arabia, Salman's palaces stretch even further: massive compounds with private airstrips, golden halls, and guest wings that can host hundreds of dignitaries. These residences aren't simply luxurious, they're symbols of unshakable dynasty and grandeur. Gardens rival national parks, featuring imported trees, rare flowers, and fountains bigger than city squares. Inside, every room tells a story of wealth: thrones of gold leaf, furniture encrusted with jewels, and walls lined with rare artworks. For daily life, this means a lifestyle where every detail, whether morning tea or evening meetings, unfolds in unimaginable luxury. And for leisure, Prince Salman's lifestyle includes yachting on his $500 million yacht Serene, polo matches, desert hunting trips, and private retreats on secluded islands. Each activity reflects not just luxury, but royal magnificence redefined. Beyond palaces and collections lies the true foundation of Salman's power: his economic empire. As Saudi Arabia's crown prince, he controls a nation whose sovereign wealth fund is valued at over $700 billion. Investments span across global industries: technology, Uber, Lucid Motors, entertainment, stakes in Disney and video game companies, and mega real estate projects like Neom, a futuristic $500 billion smart city rising in the desert. Billions flow into luxury fashion, sports franchises, and even Hollywood productions. His wealth isn't idle, it's multiplied multiplying across every major sector of the global economy. Unlike billionaires whose fortunes depend on volatile markets, Salman's wealth is embedded in oil reserves, land ownership, and diversified global portfolios. It's stable, generational, and nearly impossible to rival. This makes him not just rich, but economically untouchable. With great wealth comes great risk, and Prince Salman spares no expense in security. Unlike ordinary billionaires hiring private guards, Salman commands elite security forces, armored convoys, and advanced surveillance systems that rival those of heads of state. His residences are protected by anti-drone systems, bulletproof glass, and 24/7 military-trained personnel. This isn't just about safety, it's about power projection. His convoys of armored Mercedes and Rolls-Royces, escorted by helicopters, remind the world that his authority is as much military as it is political. Every event, every movement is calculated, guarded, and reinforced with layers of security that most nations' leaders could only envy. Prince Salman's reach goes far beyond Saudi borders. His presence is felt in global summits, high-stakes energy negotiations, and elite investment forums. Whether it's shaping oil prices that affect the entire world or sitting beside presidents and CEOs, his influence is undeniable. He isn't just a ruler, he's a power broker. His investments in Europe, Asia, and the United States give him leverage in industries from sports to Silicon Valley. Owning the world's most expensive mansion only adds to this aura, signaling dominance in wealth, culture, and politics. And while some see extravagance, others see strategy. Every purchase, every investment is both personal indulgence and political statement. His lifestyle sets trends, commands headlines, and ensures his position as one of the most watched figures on the planet. So, how does Salman's empire measure up against the titans of modern wealth? Jeff Bezos, around $200 billion, but tied to Amazon stock. Elon Musk, around $250 billion, but fluctuating with Tesla and SpaceX. Salman, his assets, oil reserves, land holdings, and investments make his net worth difficult to pin down. Some analysts suggest he quietly controls assets worth well into the hundreds of billions, if not trillions. The key difference? Unlike tech billionaires dependent on innovation and stock prices, Salman's fortune is rooted in land, oil, and centuries-old dynasty. His wealth is generational and sovereign, giving him stability few can match. Giving back. Despite living in unimaginable luxury, Prince Salman emphasizes legacy through philanthropy. Under his guidance, billions have been directed toward hospitals, schools, poverty relief, and disaster aid both within Saudi Arabia and internationally. His vision includes not just modernizing his kingdom, but creating sustainable projects that will benefit generations. From funding renewable energy research to supporting cultural initiatives, his philanthropy extends beyond charity. It's part of shaping Saudi Arabia's future role on the global stage. And with his heirs already being groomed for leadership, the philosophy of giving back is being instilled as part of their royal duty. For Salman, the true mark of wealth isn't just palaces or yachts, it's legacy. Of course, a lifestyle of such grandeur comes with criticism. Opponents argue that billion-dollar palaces and fleets of golden cars highlight the global wealth divide, especially when much of the world faces poverty and crisis. Environmentalists point out the staggering ecological cost of yachts, jets, and sprawling palaces. Critics also raise questions about transparency, political reforms, and human rights issues, placing his wealth and power under intense scrutiny. For some, his purchases, like the record-breaking painting or the billion-dollar mansion, symbolize excess at a time when the world is grappling with inequality. Yet, controversy doesn't seem to slow demand for association with him. In fact, it often amplifies his mystique. To many, he represents the paradox of modern monarchy, both admired and questioned, both envied and critiqued. Looking ahead, Prince Salman's vision stretches far into the future. His investments in renewable energy, futuristic cities like NEOM, and space exploration suggest he isn't just protecting legacy, he's building the blueprint for a new era of royal dominance. By blending old-world grandeur with cutting-edge technology, his reign is designed not only to uphold the dynasty, but to reinvent what royalty means in the 21st century. As the decades unfold, Prince Salman's wealth will not only preserve dynastic influence, but also reshape the cultural and economic landscape of the Middle East. With visionary megaprojects, heavy investments in global tech, and an ambition to position Saudi Arabia as a futuristic hub, his power is designed to outlive trends. In this sense, his fortune is not static treasure, it's an evolving engine of transformation. For him, wealth is not the end goal, it's the engine driving influence, transformation, and continuity. So, what does Prince Salman's $1.5 billion mansion really symbolize? It's not just marble walls and golden fountains. It's a statement that wealth, power, and legacy, when combined, create a lifestyle that redefines the limits of human extravagance. For some, it's inspiring, a symbol of ambition. For others, it's unimaginable excess. But one thing is certain, it captures the fascination generation of millions who will never step inside, yet can't stop dreaming about what life might be like behind those golden gates. This isn't just a home. This is royal supremacy made tangible. And as always, this has been Mr. Rich. If you enjoyed this journey into the hidden world of wealth and power, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because we've got plenty more rare looks into the billion-dollar lifestyles of the world's elite coming soon.